Today, we're diving into another fascinating coin that could potentially make you a millionaire. Yes, you heard that right. A 1967 Lincoln penny worth millions of dollars. If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves a good treasure hunt, stick around because you won't want to miss this. First, let's talk a little about the 1967 Lincoln penny. This coin was struck during a unique time in American history. In 1967, the U.S. Mint was still recovering from a coin shortage, and to meet the demand, the mint produced these pennies in large quantities, but without a mint mark. This makes it one of the more common coins from the 60s. But, as with many things in life, it's the details that make the difference. Now, you might be wondering, how can a common coin like this be worth millions? The answer lies in rare errors and variations that occurred during the minting process. Some of these pennies have unique characteristics, like double dies, off-center strikes, or other mint errors, that make them extremely valuable to collectors. Coins with these rare features have sold for incredible amounts at auction, sometimes even reaching into the millions. So, what should you look for? One of the most valuable errors is the double die, where the design is slightly duplicated, giving it a blurry appearance, especially around the date and inscriptions. Another thing to watch for is the floating roof error, where the roof of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse appears to be detached from the columns. These errors can be subtle, so take a close look at any 1967 penny you come across. Let me share some jaw-dropping examples. In recent years, certain 1967 Lincoln pennies with these rare errors have fetched staggering prices at auction. One of the most notable sales was a double-die 1967 penny that sold for nearly insert actual amount. This just goes to show how valuable these coins can be. Now, if you think you have a 1967 penny with one of these rare errors, what should you do next? First, you'll want to examine the coin closely, preferably with a magnifying glass or a microscope. If you spot anything unusual, consider getting your coin authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This can significantly increase its value if it's a genuine error coin. Who knew a small penny could be worth so much, right? If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about other valuable coins, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to your channel name, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And don't forget to leave a comment below if you found any interesting coins in your collection. Who knows, you might be sitting on a fortune. Today, we're talking about a coin that could potentially make you a millionaire, the 1968 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary penny could be worth a fortune. Let's dive in and find out why. First, a little background on the 1968 Lincoln penny. This coin was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark right below the year. The Lincoln penny has been a staple in U.S. currency since 1909, honoring the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1968 D penny is part of a long-standing tradition. But what makes this coin so special? The value of the 1968 Lincoln penny skyrockets due to a few key factors. First, let's talk about its rarity. While millions of these pennies were minted, only a few have unique characteristics that set them apart from the rest. Errors such as double die obverse, repunched mint marks, and other minting mistakes can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. Coins with these errors have been known to fetch thousands, even millions, of dollars at auctions. Another reason for its high value is its condition. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins in pristine condition, what we call mint state. A 1968 D penny in mint state condition, especially if it has any of the rare errors we just mentioned, can be worth a small fortune. So, how can you tell if your 1968 Lincoln penny is one of these rare and valuable coins? Here's what to look for. Check Lincoln's face, date, and inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust. If you notice any doubling, you might have a winner. Look closely at the D mint mark. If it appears to be stamped more than once or looks off-center, it could be an RPM error. Even without errors, a penny in mint state, MS, condition can be valuable. Check for sharp details, no wear, and a shiny, unblemished surface. Sometimes, off-center strikes, wrong planchet errors, or other unique minting mistakes can dramatically increase the coin's value. To give you some perspective, here are a few examples of 1968 D. Lincoln pennies that sold for impressive amounts. A 1968 D penny with a double die obverse in MS65 condition sold for over $10,000 at auction. Another penny with a repunched mint mark, also in high-grade condition, fetched nearly $15,000. These are just a few examples, and the prices can go even higher depending on the specific characteristics of the coin. So, before you toss that old penny aside, take a closer look. It could be your ticket to a small fortune. If you think you have a valuable 1968 D. Lincoln penny, consider getting it professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can significantly increase the coin's market value. That's all for today's video, folks. If you enjoyed this content and want to learn more about valuable coins, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we drop our next video. Thanks for watching and happy hunting! Today, we're uncovering the secrets behind a seemingly ordinary 1975 Lincoln penny that could be hiding a value worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny from 1975 could be your ticket to a fortune. Before we get into what makes this penny so valuable, let's step back in time to 1975. It was a significant year. Vietnam War ended, and Jaws became the first ever blockbuster. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint was producing millions of Lincoln pennies, seemingly ordinary, right? But not all 1975 pennies are created equal. Some of them are far more than just 1 cent in your pocket. Here's where it gets interesting. The 1975 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark for proofs. Over 5.4 billion pennies were minted that year, but it's the rare errors and variations that collectors are on the hunt for. So, what makes a 1975 penny worth millions? The key lies in the errors and unique characteristics. Look out for double die errors, where the design is imprinted twice, giving a shadow effect. Off-center strikes, where the image isn't perfectly centered, are also highly sought after. And then there's the rare floating roof error, where Lincoln's memorial roof appears to be floating due to missing lines. Recently, some of these error pennies have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auctions. We're talking thousands, even hundreds of thousands, for a single coin. And in some cases, these rare 1975 pennies could be valued at over $1 million, especially in perfect condition or with a particularly unique error. Now, if you're lucky enough to find a 1975 penny in your collection, here's what you should do. First, carefully inspect it under a magnifying glass or take it to a professional coin grader. Look for the errors we mentioned earlier. If you find something unusual, you might just have a treasure on your hands. Remember, it's always best to get your coin authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This not only confirms its value but also increases its appeal to potential buyers. So, next time you come across a 1975 Lincoln penny, don't just toss it aside. It could be worth more than you ever imagined. Have you ever found a rare or valuable coin? Share your story in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your discoveries. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting coin finds and numismatic knowledge. Thanks for watching and happy hunting! Today, we're diving into a coin that could be worth a life-changing amount of money. The 1978 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. This humble penny could be worth millions of dollars if you find the right one. So, stick around to learn what makes this coin so special and how you can spot one of these valuable gems. The 1978 Lincoln penny is part of the iconic series featuring the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. This series started in 1909, and while most pennies are worth just their face value, some rare variations can fetch staggering prices at auctions. Before we get into what makes the 1978 penny special, let's talk a bit about its background. The Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a portrait, which was a big deal back then. Fast forward to 1978, and we're still using the Lincoln design, but the value of these pennies had already started to shift. Why? Because of certain rare mint errors and variations that occurred during the minting process. So, what makes a 1978 penny worth millions? It's all about those rare mint errors. During the minting process, sometimes a coin can be struck incorrectly, leading to unique variations. These errors can range from double dies, off-center strikes, to even coins struck on the wrong metal planchets. Some of the errors to look out for in a 1978 penny include: this is where the image or text on the coin appears doubled due to a misalignment during striking. The coin is struck off-center, leaving a part of the design missing. This is when the penny is struck on a planchet meant for another coin, like a dime. Now, if you're wondering how to spot one of these rare pennies, here's what you need to do. First, grab a magnifying glass and carefully inspect your 1978 pennies. Look closely at the date and inscriptions for any signs of doubling. Check the overall appearance of the coin. Does it seem off-center? Does the color look different? These could be signs of a valuable error. If you think you've found something, it's time to get your coin graded by a professional. A certified grading service can confirm whether your penny is a rare error coin and provide an official grade, which can significantly impact its value. You might be asking, has anyone actually sold one of these for millions? The answer is yes. While it's rare, certain error pennies have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auctions. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these unique coins because they're one-of-a-kind pieces of history. So, the next time you come across a 1978 Lincoln penny, take a closer look. It might just be worth more than you ever imagined. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow coin collectors, and subscribe to the channel for more exciting coin discoveries. Today, we're uncovering the mystery behind the 1979 Lincoln penny that could be worth, you guessed it, millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. A penny that might just be worth a fortune. But what makes this seemingly ordinary coin so extraordinary? Let's find out. The 1979 Lincoln penny was minted in the billions, so you might be wondering, how can one be worth so much? Well, it all comes down to a few key factors: mint errors, unique characteristics, and of course, condition. Let's break it down. First up, mint errors. Coins are mass-produced, but sometimes mistakes happen. These errors can make a coin incredibly valuable. For example, if your 1979 penny has a double die error, where the design appears doubled, it could be worth a small fortune. Another error to look out for is the off-center strike, where the coin design is not perfectly centered. These errors are rare and highly sought after by collectors. But what if your 1979 penny doesn't have any visible errors? Could it still be worth millions? The answer is maybe. Now, let's talk about unique characteristics and the condition of the coin. The value of a 1979 Lincoln penny can skyrocket if it has a rare variation or is in pristine condition, what collectors call mint state. For example, if your penny has an exceptionally sharp strike and full details, it could be graded as a MS 67 or higher, which significantly increases its value. Coins in top-notch condition can fetch thousands, even millions at auctions. In fact, a 1979 Lincoln penny in perfect condition was once auctioned for a jaw-dropping amount. And who knows, you could be holding the next million-dollar penny right now. But that's not all. Some 1979 pennies were struck on bronze planchets instead of the usual copper-plated zinc. These bronze pennies are extremely rare and can be worth a lot more. So, it's always worth checking the weight of your penny. Bronze pennies weigh about 3.11 grams compared to the 2.5 grams of a standard zinc penny. To find out if you have a valuable 1979 penny, follow these steps. Look closely at the date and any doubling in the letters or numbers. The less wear and tear, the better. If it weighs around 3.11 grams, it could be struck on a bronze planchet. This will help you determine its true value. So, if you've got a 1979 Lincoln penny lying around, take a closer look. It might just change your life. Remember, every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story is worth millions. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts. And don't forget to subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries. Until next time, happy collecting